There has never been in the history of the United States, in a sporting sense, anything more embarrassing, insulting, and evil than what we are presenting to the world right now. Here's the truth nobody in power once said out loud about the 2026 FIFA World Cup in the United States. This is no longer just a sporting event. It's becoming a global referendum on what America has turned into, and it's not flattering. This was supposed to be a celebration, the biggest sporting event on earth, landing on American soil, a chance to show the world innovation, diversity, culture, hospitality, the best of who we claim to be. Instead, we're handing the world a warning label. We're showing to the world how dastardly, demeaning, destructive, and divisive we've become, and how the spirit of competition and welcoming fans to our shores has become nothing more than a mockery and a slap in the world face from the Trump administration. More than 120 civil rights organizations have already issued a formal travel advisory ahead of the tournament, warning that visitors could face arbitrary detention, racial profiling, invasive searches, and even deportation under current policies. Now let that sink in. This isn't propaganda from a rival nation. This is coming from within our borders. This is America. What was once that shining beacon on a hill beckoning people from across the globe to come and see the promise that is, or at least was, unique to the world? This is a country where if you come just to visit, if you're here legally and dare to attend something as benign as a soccer match, you could find yourself tossed into some dark hole of imprisonment or be jettisoned to another country in cahoots with this reprehensible government of hate. And it gets worse. Under the current policies tied to Donald Trump's administration, entire populations are effectively locked out of attending. Travel bans now impact dozens of countries, including nations that actually qualified for the World Cup. Fans from places like Senegal, Haiti, Iran may never set foot inside a U.S. stadium unless they clear near impossible hurdles. Others? They're being told to put down up to $15,000 just to get a visa. That's not security. That's economic gatekeeping and extortion dressed up as policy. So, what are we really saying to the world? If you're rich, come on in. If you're not, stay home. And if you look or sound different, good luck. Don't have a darker skin color. Don't admit English isn't your first language. And for heaven's sake, don't have a negative word to say about the current American rulers. In Florida, which is ground zero for multiple matches, rights groups are warning that visitors risk wrongful detention, racial profiling, and deportation, with some going as far as saying the state is no longer safe for international tourists. Think about that. Miami's supposed to be a global party. Instead, it's being framed as a legal minefield. And hovering over it all, ICE, an agency that has become fairly or not a symbol of fear. The same agency expected to play a key role in World Cup security. The same agency tied to incidents that have already sparked outrage, protests, and international scrutiny. The agency that has murdered American citizens in broad daylight. There is active pressure on FIFA to demand a halt to ICE raids during the tournament. Why would that even be necessary at a sporting event? Because this isn't just about soccer anymore. It's about perception. And right now, America looks like a place where you can be stopped, questioned, detained, or worse, based on how you look, where you're from, or what language you speak. Tourism numbers are already dropping. International visitors are staying away, citing fear, cost, and hostility. The so-called Trump slump has seen foreign travel to the U.S. decline even as global tourism rises elsewhere. And now we expect millions to flood for the World Cup? On what planet? Even the logistics are breaking down. Airport staffing shortages, security funding delays, rising geopolitical tensions. Others are warning of a perfect storm for travelers. That's before you even factor in the fear. So let's stop pretending. The World Cup isn't just about goals and glory. It's about what kind of country is hosting it. Right now, the message is loud and clear. America's closed off, suspicious, hostile, hateful, vengeful, vindictive, vile. And for many around the world, the calculation is simple. Why risk it? That's the real tragedy here. Not just that fans might stay home, but that the United States, once desperate to be seen as that beacon, is now being viewed as a place to avoid. That's not politics. That's reality. And it should embarrass every single one of us every single minute of every single day. But therein lies a problem. There's a faction of America applauds this despicable hate, screaming as many racially tinged invectives as they can. The only thing missing is barbed wire fencing around every port of entry and pairs of well-polished jackboots as uniforms. Hey, note to the rest of the world. Stay away from America this World Cup season. Don't risk it. Don't support a country that secretly would just as soon hogtie you and ship you back where you came from in order to satisfy the most evil leadership in this nation's history. Someday, you can come back. Someday. But not today.